Sanbonani. Welcome to the fifth and final episode of my podcast titled Divide and Decide, where we discuss what drives and influences decision making in the planning profession, especially what drives and influences planners to make decisions. Today's episode is the fifth and final episode, and hopefully does not stay this way, of our podcast, and is titled Are We Overthinking This? I mean, do we really and truly have to consider and think about the things that drive decisions? Why would it be important? Will a questioning mindset actually bring us better perspectives and make us see things a little different to come up with better solutions? Is knowing the extent of control that planners have over what they choose to think and do necessary? Do we really have to know? And why would it be necessary in the first place? Is self examination really important when it comes to making decisions as planners? Do we really need to look within? Do we really need to analyze our values? Is knowing the different factors that are at play in institutions necessary to find out what causes the choices to be corrupt and unethical in decision making in these institutions? Well, I personally believe that yes, all these are necessary. All these questions need answers to. I mean, episode 3 went over how the questioning mindset helps us understand things from other perspectives, which is necessary for planners if they seek a holistic approach to making decisions. Planners want to make sure that all possible factors are considered before making choices and decisions that could affect an entire population and also devastate an entire generation. Awareness of the influences and doctrines that have been learned will amplify the questioning mindset to the point where freedom from control and inefficiency and conventional ways of seeing things and dealing with issues will come to an end. I mean, being able to analyze values, defining action, and bringing these two together in order to analyze values that have been instilled within planners such as Ubuntu can bring, a contextual and ethical way of approaching issues, especially in African urbanism and an African environment. I mean, it creates a playing ground whereby us as African planners can bring and stem up something new that's not leaning onto a Western side or any other side of the planning spectrum, but in something that's more contextual and deals with the issues experienced within the space. I mean, knowing the root causes of unethical behavior in the planning process in institutions can help curb resulting issues of unfairness and inequality, and many more other issues that follow this, and also other issues that link to unethical behavior and planning, while also addressing the constraints of bureaucracy and the system that bureaucracy causes to lessen the influence of capital and the authoritative power that end up leading to the unfairness and inefficiency, because we have discussed that bureaucracy actually acts as a crutch, or not a crutch, but then a thorn in the spine of many people since they aren't able to access many of the processes. However, those who are able to process and speed up are people of power and are people who have capital. All of this can contribute to planners developing the urban mindset as presented to my class by Stephen Nasu, which uses available information to make high quality decisions, as said by Stephen, which helps deal with issues. This mindset mostly relies on collaborative and associative thinking. And given the consistent questioning nature of the podcast, it shows that this type of thinking needs input from alternative sources to come up with holistic solutions that will curb urban problems in our current day and age. Thank you all for listening to my podcast. I hope you're inspired to keep questioning and keep coming up with holistic solutions to issues, not only in the planning profession, but within any other profession, personal lives, religious and traditional life. Thank you very much. That's it from me.